Well, this is Mr. Zaguga, and this is my new program. It's called Making Reggae Legends. Today we have in the house Mr. Robert Sargent. Yeah, first Robert, where were you born and grown?
Okay, I was born in St. Elizabeth, in a little district by the name of Good Hope. That's a little way out of Santa Cruz. I left there when I was, actually my mother leave me when I was about 4 months old with my grandmother. Because of circumstances. Back in those days, you get a little chance to go in England and those days you move.
To make the progress.
Yeah, right. So when she left me, I was with my grandmother, my great-grandmother, until I was about 9. She died and she left me on the wheel for my grandmother. So that's how I end up in Mandeville. My grandmother was living in Mandeville at that time. So I came to Mandeville when I was about 9.
Right.
And at the time, you say I had dual citizenship because when I was a St. Elizabeth
With great grandma.
Right.
With grandma.
So I was in Mandeville from I was about 9.
All right, tell me all the school you attended.
Okay, when I was in St. Elizabeth, I attended the Park Mountain Primary. That's a little one, you know. When I came to Mandeville, I went to, which one first now? Let me see. Mandeville Primary. At that time, it was just Mandeville Primary.
Right.
So I went there and then I go to New Green Primary. And I leave New Green Primary. I end up at Belfield Secondary. In that period of time, it was in the 1969, so we're about there.
Right.
They just bring in this new secondary school. So it was not school, like for example, right now it's a high school.
Okay.
And you have to be qualified, certain, you know,
subjects and
subjects,
stuff.
right. You would just, instead of aging up, because back there, those days, it wasn't graduating, you know, it was just, you just age up. So when I would basically age up from the primary school, I went into the secondary school. And basically, that's where my educational process ended.
Okay, so how many brothers and sisters?
Okay, my father was more fruitful more than my mother. So I have 7 brothers and sisters on my father's side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 5 on my mother's side.
All right, so what's the name of your parents and your grandmother and great-grandmother?
Okay, my great-grandmother was Alice Chambers. Her nickname was Gaiwe.
All right, that's a nice name.
Right, and my grandmother was Madeline Solomon rather, and her nickname was Ditty.
Yeah.
And my mother was Myrtle Wright. She married named Myrtle Briscoe. My daddy was Lester Sargent.
All right. Yeah. All right, so how old were you when you first got exposed to reggae?
Well, I first got exposed to ska.
Yeah, the music.
Yeah, right. Because what happened, living in St. Elizabeth, it was more or less a very poor situation.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was pound, shilling, and pence,
Yeah.
not dollars and cents.
Yeah.
So going to school, the good thing about it was that things was a little more, you know, like for example, a bulla, a penny cake. That's your bulla, penny cake. Yeah. When you get one for your lunch,
Fill you up.
And then there was a shop by the school gate, especially in St. Elizabeth, that sell, I don't know if you remember, Jardine Anchor syrup. Right. Now that shop now, he accommodate kids with some glasses about like this. We can call it the pint glass. So when you buy halfpenny syrup, wherever it is reached in the bottle of glass, when you fill it up with water, it's still sweet.
So for a long drink.
Right, yes. So like me now, going to school now, because we were such a poor, such a poor situation, I would get like penny for my lunch sometime. When money run from great grandmother, she give me 2 pence.
Right.
So, getting 2 pence, it would be nice. Still that enough for lunch and all of that. But what really happened now was that there was some time when nothing not going on for my grandmother, my great grandmother rather. She was a midwife.
Right.
Yeah, that's her main thing.
Yeah, so
But majority of the delivery she made was free.
yeah.
But sometimes people give her a 2 shilling,
So things could be tight at times.
Right, because they know that she had me and my other brother, Junior. So they would give her a little thing. But what used to happen now, me and my bigger brother, Junior, we both grew up with our great grandmother. We used to plant a little thing like callaloo. And in mango time, we used to have some nice mangoes on our land back in St. So, yeah, and what we would do now on Saturdays, we would look for the best mango and we go to the market in Santa Cruz town and we sell it like £3 a dozen. And sometimes when the market is not good, there was a bar. Back in those days, bar was not like now.
Right.
Right? So in Santa Cruz, there was a bar now, and a jukebox was there. So what I used to do, me and my brother now, when things are not going with the mango and the callaloo, I would go there and ask a man to punch a tune in the jukebox. And we use these 2 things here. In back in those days, you wouldn't say dance like so, say drop legs.
Yeah, legs tight.
Right. Actually, in those days, dance wouldn't keep until the latest 12 o'clock, especially on a Saturday night. It's not like now, where you have dance Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays.
Just weekends.
No, it will be just Saturday night. But when we go to a dance now, early children will be accommodated, meaning that children would say it's free.
Yeah, evening time.
Right, but after certain hours, we have to go home and the dance would continue with the bigger people then. So what we would do now, when I go there, I just stop by the way the gate man is, drop 2 of these, and then say, what make him go inside? The children go dance, man. And say, it's me and my brother, So you can't come. You say, yeah, 2 of you go.
See me up.
And we go inside now and throw down foot, So when those days, you have some soda about, so D&G, Canada Dry, Kelly's, those type of things. So, but there were about £6 per bottle. So when I dance, I would get a soda because
people them appreciate it.
Yeah, nobody now give you beer.
Yeah, like a boy,
So I would get a soda, and the more we dance, we get another one. So when we drink one out, the thing about those soda in those days, it fill you up quick.
So your brother was dancing with you too,
no,
right?
My brother couldn't dance. So when I dance, I get one for me, dance for one for him, and all of that.
Yes.
And so we do it in Santa Cruz too. And when I get too much soda, I ask them for the money to go to school.
Nice.
So when I drink 2 soda, can't drink 3,
Get the best in cash.
Yeah, I just say, sorry, you can just give me to go to school Monday, and then I will get lunch money for me and my brother most time.
Yeah, that was very creative,
right?
Man. Very creative.
Now, at one point, I came to Mandeville and spent a little time, and that's where I met TV. On TV, there were things like Bonanza, and there's those vintage movies. Right. So I learned a little skill, like cowboy thing, and all them things there. So when I go back to St. Elizabeth now,
show the cowboy stuff.
Right, same. So I become famous. That's where I first become famous in school. When I start to go there and show them how Haas and Cartwright and Adams and Little Joe, them sort of people there.
Yeah.
How them fight and them sort of thing there. So kids used to come around me and listen for my story. I was like a storyteller, right? And so they start calling me Anansi because, you know, of my storytelling. They call me Anansi. And I become very famous, so they start to have concert like once per week in the school. I'm not taking the credit that it was really for me.
Right. But
it was a little for my fundraising.
Right, for the school.
For the school. But I became famous, and there was a cousin of mine named Carnegie Castillo. He's in New York now. He go by the name, he still do entertainment, Two Shoes. He goes by the name of Two Shoes. And we were like the star. Because any week we say we're not performing, concert flop. Yeah? Well, that's where my brother Junior now would come in. Now, the unique thing about the uniqueness of this group of students in that school is our ability. We didn't have things like record changer and all them things there. But what we would do now, my cousin would be the bass.
Yeah.
So he would play like and like Junior when I would play the rhythm. And I would dance and sing, you know. So my first love in singing was Toots and the Maytals. They are Genesis and Exodus, Leviticus, etc., etc. Right, so when we create that now, it was like the greatest exposure in that school for us. We were like stars.
Yeah, because you have your own band.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. And then sometimes we would do skits. Like, you know, there would be somebody standing at the gate collecting, and, you know, the girls and the boys coming to the dance. And we're it was scare area.
Yeah, live performance.
Right. So they would come into the dance. As a skit now, then somebody would break a fight, and what have you, police would run in and all of that.
All about
excitement.
All right, so tell me now, first time flying out and to what country?
Okay, my first time flying out was what? To England. Yeah, that was in 1988, the year of Gilbert. You saw? Yeah, right. When I fly out, Gilbert flying.
Yeah, so you was away like for how long?
It was really long, you know. It was a short stint in England. What really happened, I was sort of being, you know, everybody around me had mother, speak of mother and whatever I do. I was a bit jealous.
Yeah.
So I was working at that time with Grace Kennedy. And because of my long working, you know, I get some long vacation. So I decided it was to go to England on that vacation. Now, how I really get the privilege to go to England was I was a scout. Even though the saying is once a scout, always a scout. I was a scout, very active scout. And they had a fundraising thing for the scouts done by the Cecil Charlton Hall in Mandeville.
Right.
I was invited to perform, and there was this white man from England who was the organizer of the concert and all of that. They teach me some nice English skit and all them things there. And I get them very good. I went on very good with it. Learned some foreign songs, some English songs rather.
Right.
And I did it. And when I'm finished, he called me and said, how much should you pay me? I said, no, I didn't do it for money. He said, no, but you did a good job. I said, yeah, no, but that is my contribution to the Scout movement.
Yeah.
And he said, no, you still need to get some money because you spend a lot of time on what have you rehearsing and all of that. But I insist that I didn't want no money.
Right.
So he wrote on a piece of paper his name, his address, and his telephone number. And he said, okay, if you ever want to come to the UK, call me. I'll invite you up. Right? I take it and I had it home for a period of time. So getting jealous over hearing people talk about their mother and their mother and their mother. And I want to know my mother what I do. Say, I asked my grandmother for my mother address and number. I don't remember if I wrote to her or I called her, because those years it was a paid phone.
Right, public phone.
Right. But when I wrote to her, and she said to me, she wasn't in the position to send me an invitation, and she don't have any bank account to send me. I was very disappointed.
Man.
And in my period of disappointment,
You remember?
I remember they offered that the gentleman.
Right.
So I called him, and he said to me, I should go to the British High Commission,
Right.
and get a entry. At that time it was visa. It was entry.
Right.
So I went, but they turned me down.
Wow.
No, when I went, they say I have to get this and that from him. He sent me this and that and what have you. The bank statement, not bank statement, the job letter that he sent me, payslip, the payslip that he sent me, they say it was too old. They need a more recent one. So I have to send back to him. He sent it to me. And then when I went up there now, they sent me back again and said, I need a more, he has to get a very recent bank statement, because I will need this to show that he can
help you out.
Right, when I'm there.
So did you get it?
I didn't get it. Well, I called him back, and he said he sent it.
Okay.
But when I go again, they still have another clause. I don't know what the final clause. So I get a little bit
discouraged.
Yeah, right. So I called him and tell him that they didn't give me, but I'm coming. So at that time it was $3,500 to go to England. So, but I was working like $20.
So you save up your money?
No, 200, and I was working like $250 a week. So when I call him and tell him say, all right, I should not worry. He will send half the fare for me.
Good.
So when he sent half the fare, I just borrow the other half. And a little extra,
Yeah.
And I went down to Global Travel Service in Manhattan, telling them that I want a ticket to go to England.
Nice.
They asked me if I get an entry. I said, I went up here and they didn't give me any. They turned me down. She said, so why are you going to waste your money? I said, why? I'm not wasting my money, I'm going to England. She said, but if you go, they're still going to interview you at the airport. And if you don't qualify, they're just going to put you on another plane back to Jamaica.
You want the experience?
Right? Yeah, so I went, I bought the ticket, and I say I'm taking a chance.
Yeah.
I even said to the lady that, look, when my fourth parents and them go to England, especially when they draft them to go fight war, they never need no visa, no entry, nothing at all.
Exactly.
I am taking a chance.
Right.
It was good up to from Kingston. It was 9-hour flight on the plane. As jovial a person, I make friends on the plane.
Yeah.
I have exchanged with some air hostess. They treat me good, feed me there for the 9 hours.
Yeah, you had a good time.
Yeah, I even have some pictures now of all of them ladies in my album. And so when I reached Heathrow Airport now, that was where it begins. We are the people that I made friends with, was going down the aisle. We go through one entry, they take our passports and they look at it. That way, sir, that way, sir. Then I went down to another entry now. The person they take my passport, look at it and say, sir, you have to go that way. And the rest of people are going that way, I was wondering, but anyway, when I went down, it was a window just like at the embassy. I went to this man, and he was nice when welcoming me to the UK, but then he changed it, and me started to put on a lot of pressure.
Wow.
So I realized that his intention was really to send me back.
Right.
But what I learned when I was younger, when you're talking to somebody, give them an eye contact.
Straight in the eye.
Right. No matter what your answer is, look them in the eye. Because I learned that if you take your eyes off their eye, they figure that
You look suspicious, yeah.
Right. So I was there with him and he was telling me, first question he asked me, if I'm going to the UK to work. I said, no, I'm not going to work. I'm going on vacation. He said, she look at my thing and he see where I was a dancer. At that time, I was a member of the Cartoon Brothers.
Yes.
So he said, oh, you're an entertainer. So you're going to the UK to entertain. I said, no.
On vacation.
I'm going on vacation. He said, so who you work with as an entertainer? I said, 3 of us. I don't do solo performance, I do group performance.
Right.
He said, oh, so your friends are coming in to join you in the UK? I said, no, I'm alone.
Yeah, I'm just on a vacation.
And he had me there, and the long and short of it, I get over him. Because one of the points that he was trying to use to get me down, when I tell him the period of time I was going to stay, he said, that the time is not enough for me to know the UK, because the UK is very big. I said, sir, that's the point, that's the time that I have available. And he said, okay, I'm going to give you 6 months. And he said like this, and he said, that's okay with you? He said, no, sir, I don't think I need so much. But it was standard.
6 months.
Back in those days, for 6 months, whether you stay in 1 year, 1 month, or what have you. But he wanted me now to change what I had written on the paper. You understand? To say what he want me to, what he's telling me that I should stay. So actually, I was going to stay 1 month, but him say I must stay 2. I said, no, sir, I cannot do that. I have a family to go back home to. And then I have plans back home. Okay, I'm going to give you 6 months, but I think you should stay 2 months, because that, I said, no, sir. So when I get over him now, when it was like, I said to him, sir, let me put it this way then. I appreciate your offer, but what I will do, I'll stay for 1 month this time. If I like it in the UK, I will accumulate some more vacation time. And next time I come, I spend 2 months. He could get over that. So he just write me thing, and it was stamped those days. Right. So I went in, and I was in England. Honestly, I do a little entertainment, not for money.
Yeah, but
thing. And I make a little name in the UK now, because I was in Brixton, Catford. Actually, it's Catford where my mother lived.
So did you see her?
Yeah.
So
I want to tell you something, man, that was miraculous, I reached London 11 o'clock in the morning, because I live here 9 o'clock the Saturday night. The Sunday morning we reached here 11 o'clock. When I went up to my friend's place and changed off anything, get something to eat, I said to him, I'm going to walk out the street. So I went out on the street now. He said I should not go far because I don't know the place.
Right.
I said, oh, no problem. I was standing by a McDonald's place. That's the first place I saw McDonald's. So I went out there. I saw this sign, 6 chicken nuggets for £1.5 shilling. 6 chicken nugget. I didn't know what is a nugget.
Yeah, it was one in what's heavy.
So I said, all right, I'm going to buy 6 chicken nuggets. I'm going to eat 3 and carry home 3 for my friend.
Right.
My brother, when I ordered the 6 chicken nuggets here, and they bring a little bag like this.
So I said, stuff in it.
What is this? I just this order, is 6 chicken nugget. It's nugget. He said, this is 6. He said, look at it. I'm opening this up 6 like some good tablet like this, So I was really upset because I didn't really plan to spend so much money.
Right, for just that.
Anyway, I was upset, so I just eat it off, went outside, lean up on the column there. I was contemplating, take the $600. I don't want me £1 by any foolishness there. This man just drive up. Where they are though? I figure I must somebody who know me. So I say, just come night, I say I come cool out, man,
So you was a police?
No. This guy, he said to me, you don't know me, me know you. No man, where you come from? He said, yes, yeah. He said, you used to sing with Chambers and the Thunderbird band. He said, yeah, man. He said, I'm from Taurus.
Now look at that.
And from a command, you say, I must you that, you know. So he said, so wait, where you go? And it just came to my head, you know, tell me you want to look for your mother. She said, you know, no, I'm going to look for your mother, you know, but I don't know a weird definitely she did. She said, you have the address? I said, yeah, man. I tell him, Catford. And the man said, I know far from me, I just go 6 miles.
Wow.
So me bring it down there, man. And because of the confidence when he put on me, you know, and the things where he asked me know say him really know me.
Yeah.
So I went, he took me down there, that's the Sunday. When I went there, my mother wasn't there, my aunt was there. And that's how I get to know my mother up front. Right, so my aunt gave me the number and we make a contact, the thing, right? So I leave the number where I was staying with my aunt for my mother. When she came in, she called me and told me which number bus I should take, where I should tell them that I want to come off and all of that. And that's how I met my mother. We started to reunite and build back, you know, a friend. And we communicated until she died about 5 years ago.
I used to say it was a good thing that you take that chance because see, you would meet your mother.
Exactly.
And I see she didn't even last for long either. You see how, yeah man, that's very, very good. So tell me now, first time you heard your music or anything on the radio?
Okay, the first time I used to work with a band by the name of Traffic Jam Band. I was the lead singer and we did some recording. Back then it was like Dan tapping. But the first person who played my song was what's his name again, man? I get him young, you know, so you know.
RJ or JBC?
JBC. It was JBC.
And Winston Williams.
Winston Williams. You're right. He was the first person who played my song. And man, the first time I was working with Grace at in Manila, in Cash and Carry. So when he called me and told me that he was going to play my song at such and such a time, you know, the radio and the place was turned up. Everybody wanted to hear me really have a record. Yeah. And man, believe me, man, we were in the driveway at the workplace, man, and when I hear that song, man,
turn it up loud.
Man, and well, it's a lucky thing, you know, the driveway because my head swells, so you know. I couldn't go inside the door because, you know,
it do big.
Can you imagine? And he played it and then he wheeled it up again.
And tell me the feeling.
And that was when the head really swelled. Well, I guess it was a feel of imagination, you know, because me always really felt that back in those years, you know. You know me from the Cartoon Brothers.
You love your felt.
Yeah, right. And so, and then now, he gets it to IRFM. At that time, IRFM just came in the business. And RGR was there. Richie Anderson. Richie Anderson was not Richie Anderson, Richie Andrews. Richie Andrews was the librarian at RGR.
Right.
So they invite me to get it there. Back in those days, you would bring 3 copies of the 45.
Right.
Yeah, I have my 45
there. Yeah, like one for the library, one for the announcers.
Right, exactly. And those were there that the programming was not like now, where selectors make their own thing. They have to set their program by the
library, radio library.
Right. So it was nice, man, when I hear my song, and you know, and I did in the 45 era, the vinyl. I did 45. Yeah. So
did you write that song or
yes, all original.
So what's your favorite song that you create from your head? Okay.
I had a tendency to love song that guide especially children.
Right.
Back in those years, my first song was Jug at Large. Yeah. Because at one point, you know, the drugs thing was getting a little bit too much in the eyes of the children. Yeah. So I had a song that goes like this. Jug at large, I wonder who are they push at jug at large. No make them push it further, jug at large. If I could have catch the jug at, but they look. They come to school, get called people by name. Big Tom, Harry, Mary and Jane. Sonia, Sophia, Abel and Cain. Roll up them sleeve, push me in them vein. Then after that picnic get insane. Start call one another all sort of nickname. Excuse me, now you will see them name.
Yes.
You know, the nice song.
So at least it inspired the youth then, you know?
Right. And then I did a cover, not really cover. I used the rhythm, the fat stamina rhythm, Blueberry Hill.
Yeah, Blueberry Hill.
To do my introductory song, which I had it on a 45 too now. It goes like this. I'm Sergeant Robert. You're Mike MC. Full of versatility. Just watch and you see. Ooh, girls are rush me because I'm sexy. You know that?
Yeah, that's very creative.
Yeah, man. I did not have it on 45. It's on my album, you know.
So, in your experience in the music thing, what's the best thing music did for you?
Okay. I came across my wife died 18 years ago. And my life take a downturn. Because I love my wife very much.
Yes.
And when she died and I became the ghost. So I basically give up on music, life on a whole.
Yeah,
But,
depressing.
yeah, God sent two people in my life. I never go nowhere, absolutely nowhere. I just stay home. And I don't know why Mrs. Heavens, that time it was Heavens Texaco, Mrs. Heavens called me. She wanted to see me. And when she called me and I went, she said she heard what happened. That was after my wife died and everything.
Yeah, after a while.
A couple weeks, you know. And she said to me, I don't like how you looking, Robert. He said, I'm just with hypocritical smile. She said, no, you don't look like Robert Sargent that I used to know. You have to let go and move on. So, you know, I'm just listening to her. You know, I'm a respected person. So, you know, I don't want to say nothing.
Right, you're listening.
Anyway, what really happened, she said they're having a vintage stage show up by Fairs. It was Fairs at that time. And she wanted me to come. I said, no, it's okay, miss. She said, you're ready to come, Mr. Sargent.
She was
You have to
determined.
change, yeah. She said, you have to change this thing, you know.
Yeah, you were determined.
And she said, in fact, I'm going to leave a ticket at the gate for you. That was a Saturday night after we met. But you know, in my head, I trick her. Because I had to find an excuse why I couldn't come the Saturday night. But when I was home, I said, no, if you have some confidence in me and I me tonight, it will be disrespectful.
Yes.
So I just go with the intention to collect the ticket, go inside, move around and slip out back. Because once me show my face, you know.
You can't say it didn't go.
You can't see me go. But when I went to Fairs the evening, she wasn't here. And I asked the person at the gate if Mrs. Seven leave a ticket for me. She said I should go and ask the promoter. The promoter was Harsman. Yeah, that's Mr. Peterson. So I said, who is the promoter? They said, see him over there. So when I went to him and said, good evening, sir. Miss Heavens leave a ticket for you, with you from one Robert Sargent. And look at me and said, you're Robert Sargent? I don't know if you remember this guy, Booth. What's his name? Booth?
Ken Booth?
Eh?
Ken Booth?
No, man, he used to work at the TV radio station. Whatever. Anyway, he did a big show in Clarendon, and I was the MC and the band, and the lead singer for the band. So when Harsman looked at me and said, you Robert Sargent? I said, yeah, man. He said, you don't remember me, you don't know me. He said, your face look familiar, but I don't remember. He said, I was taking picture at the Craftsville show, T-Boot Harris.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember it.
Right, He said, you remember when at T-Boot I showed him, he said, I was there taking the picture. He said, oh. He said, so what happened? He said, Miss said she was going to leave that taking. He said, let me say, we never asked if nothing for you, but why are you going to enjoy the show? So I went in, and he came and called me and said, if we still entertain and all of that, and from there, it was
right
like
back.
everything, and to a higher level. Because he got me to open for Jerry Butler. If you notice, you see some pictures somewhere about me and Jerry Butler. I open for Percy Sledge.
Wow.
Maybe with Marcia Griffith, Beres Hammond, all the major artists. So in fact, even the last show that I did was Stars Are Us,
Yes.
November gone. I work with all of these
All
people.
of the vintage, right?
Exactly, see? And I was a major player in the JCDC over the years, right? So if you notice, this is my award. They award me last year, 2020. Yeah, right.
Community involvement, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and these are like some little things, you know. So what really happened now? I've been in India, and the major part of me being on the national scene. I don't have a hit tune. I don't get a hit tune. I have tune played on the radio and things like that still. But especially I'm in Europe because there's a lady in England, Elaine. She pushed my thing hard in the UK, you know.
Nice.
I think. But back here in Jamaica, I have to give credit to Hassman. Yeah, man.
Yes.
He kept me current with the people then. And then, you know, my style started different from those.
Okay, you have comedy involved.
Right.
Everything.
Sometimes people wonder if I'm a comedian or a singer. But I always tell people I'm an entertainment, extraordinary.
Yeah. All around it.
Exactly. In fact, when I was at last year November, when I was at Stars Are Us, me and people call out say me I go. Yeah. It's on record, it's on the tape. Go.
Well, the beauty about it, you do it all, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite Jamaican singer?
Oh God, man, Toots.
Nice.
That's the only artist died and I cried.
Yeah, man, and he was my close friend too.
Yes, man.
I tell you, man.
You know the greatest experience I had with Toots? I was just an entertainer. I'm an MC, most likely an MC. I was doing much singing that time.
Right.
And I get a show. Toots and Ken Wood were the guest artists. At that time, I was being paid $100 to MC the show. And when Toots and I and some other artists were around backstage and people talking, you know, and they were just coming and calling. Sergeant, come here. That time we never have no mister.
Right.
He's a social sergeant.
Right.
Sergeant, come here. And we went to her and she said, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not going to lose you again, you know. Because she never paid me no upfront money. Those days you just done your thing and you collect $100.
Right.
And I said, why miss? She said, I get somebody, I don't know if you remember KLAS radio, when it was in Manila.
Yeah, class, yeah.
And there was a certain female radio disc jockey. And she said, such and such a person is going to do it for me free. So I don't need the service again. So my face dropped down.
What?
And
Can you
go
look
back
forward?
still.
Yeah.
And say, Toots, I'm go here, sir. He said, one people, you just look so like that, so because we were there running
Right.
and so. He said, the lady said she don't want me again, she gets money. So said, no. You is my MC.
Nice.
When the lady called me, you are gonna go out there and introduce me. You are gonna tell them say me create the word reggae and the whole works, everything with me. And then me know a lot about him song man.
Naturally.
And he said, when you finish, there was a guy from Christian named Riley. He loved Toots to him, sing like Toots. When we go studio, he used to carry box of Yaman, banana thing over Toots' house, right?
Right.
And he said, you and Riley went to give me harmony and perform with me.
The kid. No one's supposed to be ashamed, you know.
Not even that. I don't know. I wonder how I got come out of the changing room to go up on the stage because my head gone again. Well, as you say, it's an imaginary figure. Yeah. So I relaxed and he gave me money and said, you know what? go buy one spliff here come for me. No, that was a challenging part because I never touch ganja. Yeah? And I have to walk on the road. So when I go out on the road and I see a guy, I say, Brethren, which part they sell spliff boat here? And he say, come on, we can carry you now. Believe me, my brother, if a police was passing me, I'm gonna jail.
So nervous.
Because it's so me hold it, you know. Right? Because believe me, growing up and learning that them lock you up for ganja, I'm afraid of jail, you know. And so when me bring it go and get toots, man. And the man smoke and when them call him, when the lady call him, Ken Wood perform first, and then they call him. And he say, go on now, sir, go on. And we go there, you know. The people them start, I'm saying, hold it. I am not Toots, but I'm here to tell you all about Toots and the metals. Ladies and gentlemen, so and so.
Man who invented the word reggae.
Yeah. And we just step back and Toots run out and ride it, step out and stop beside me. And me say, man, you know, say, Toots can dance, you know.
Yeah, well, you know.
Ride, he can dance, and me can dance. We say, the metals was missing. Man, and we are doing the harmony them too, you know. It was a night, man. Yeah, man, and that was one of my highest points in
music.
Right,
Yeah, man, that's true.
Yeah, it was great.
Alright, so on top of that, what's your greatest achievement? You personally, whether with your family, in the industry, just achievement in your life.
Okay, one of the greatest achievements, I had 6 kids. I get 6 kids.
Beautiful.
Right, see? And things was very tight. Because one of the dangerous things about me getting my kids, I was
young.
I moved too quick. So I get 5 in 2 years. Meaning that the first one couldn't lift up the...
Yeah, you can't help the others.
Right? And it was nice because those days I was for the girls then. So girls would see me like a little baby distributor. You know? So distributor.
So them want a nice baby, they come look for you.
And then because my hair is so pretty again, everybody want to touch the pretty hair baby then, you know? So I was going on well in the 2 years, you know. But I'm a good listener. And you know, I like people, I don't diss big people when you're talking to
Right,
me.
right.
And one day my boss called me and said, Mr. Robert, sit down this one. And I sit down there and she said, how much children you have? I said 5. That time I only have 5
Right.
because I was married as yet.
Yeah.
He said, I said 5 miss. She said, tell me something now. When those 5 children start to go primary school, high school, and university, the little money that you are working here can help you. Yes, me know you get a little money for your singing. But can that send those 5 children one time? And say, me laugh. You know, because you know, what she's saying to me was in my high time.
Right.
You understand? And what she's saying to me now is like, she had them say, stop being hype, stop have enough girls and so forth. Right? Because them days I have like 10 girlfriends,
You know.
20 concubine, and with that traffic see we couldn't do a thing like Solomon. But it never there. And you know, she tell me everything and she said, well, Mr. Robert, I am telling you, if you're going to mean your children then good, watch yourself. Because if you have 5 in 2 years, that means you're planning to have 10 in 4 years. Me laugh. And you know, I went home the night, you know.
Think about what she said.
And when I went to bed, you know, my eye opened back. And I said, you know, say it's true.
Yeah, think about what she said.
And you know what the main thing that that I said to myself when I remember what she said, I said, but Robert, you know why you pick me them grow up like how you grew, because remember, if I never you granny then, you wouldn't be here.
You think about her?
Yeah, and I take it so serious. My next child was born 15 years after my last.
You learn
And that
the
was
lesson.
after I get married. And my wife says she want one, we couldn't be private.
Right, you learn the lesson.
Yeah, man, so in my son, and so good, I give God thanks. All of my children who went to churches, college, university, and they made it. right? Even where I'm sitting here now, man, I'm a child, bought it for me.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yes,
Your daughter
Yes.
presented with the house.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, that's good.
And if I didn't stand out for them at that time, maybe I would be living under a tree now.
Yeah,
Because they wouldn't be standing out for me now.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And everybody growing up and everybody doing okay.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
So,
That was a great achievement in my life.
definitely.
Yeah.
Tell me, are you a happy man?
Yes, I'm a very happy man. Even though for a couple of years now I don't have a mate, you know. But
Still, life
sometimes
goes on.
Life goes on, you know, and you know, I'm giving thanks and praise to
Of
the
course.
Most High. So
Yeah, definitely.
that makes me more happier because I get up every morning. In fact, speaking here, I lost my eldest sister last night.
Oh man,
Yeah.
accept my condolences, man.
Thank you very much.
What happened? She was sick?
She took she was sort of asthmatic, you know, and she had an attack and overthrew her.
She have other kids?
No.
Oh man.
But she was my favorite sister. She called me little brother. I call her big sister. When I'm in New York, and so I stay by her. And if I'm not staying by her, I'm not comfortable.
So she died in New York?
No, she died in Jamaica, in Spanish Town.
Wow.
Yeah. But and you know, I felt it. I sit by my bedside for about 5 hours. Through about 3 kg of water and so forth. You know.
It's just the vibes, and
Yes, sir.
Father just bring you some friends to come spend time with you today.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right,
See?
Father do.
So, and I had a call from a friend who knew us very well, and he said, Robert, I know you love your big sister, and I know she loves you, but you have to remember, you are not in a position to take stress at this point, so you have to encourage yourself, breathe up. That's why I'm here, I'm putting the best outside, but you know, it works, because had I been there worrying, and maybe I didn't last it.
Yeah, man, you're depression.
Yeah, man, so I give thanks to my friends.
All right, hear this now. What would you say to your maker when you meet?
My maker, that's my creator. Well, I'll give him thanks for carrying me through the journey, because my journey started very rocky. Now I could say I'm on good road. I don't walk dirt road again. I'm on good road in life now. You understand? I can see where I can help people. And one of the greatest things that he has given me is the love for children. Right now, as we're speaking here, come Friday, Jamaica Day, I had 3 schools to attend.
Wow.
Not even a cent is required of them. I'm going to present 2,000 flags among the 3 schools. And once I mention it on Facebook and so forth, so far I got 500 flags.
Nice.
And I can assure you by weekend I'll be getting 1,500 flags.
All them students can get a flag.
Yeah, and I have a very good supporting crew, my friends. Delroy Melody,
Yes, I
the
know.
original Delroy Melody. I have Muntu, Papa Muntu. He's an artist who lives in America, but he's back here now.
Nice.
Low key artist. And there D Shanti, who used to work with Tony Redland today, and the Lala Bella Rhythm,
Right.
and a brother named Big Stuff who used to work with Traffic Jam Band. You understand? And Turtle, these are the sort of people who support me. Once I say charity, the last thing they think about is money. So we always do these things, right? If you look in my album and in my phone, you see some pictures from 1970, Mash, charity,
For years they've been doing it.
Hambury Home.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, man.
it was there.
For years they've been doing it.
Yeah, exactly. See? Especially
man.
with the Cartoon Brothers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you have
We
to say-
make our name of a charitable
Right.
performance. Yeah.
And personally, I have to congratulate you on your group.
Yeah.
You know. So the other brothers, they're still around. Bonnie and
Ronnie.
Ronnie still around.
Well, Ronnie is not much in the entertainment. You know, he's more a businessman.
All right, I
So he's
understand.
but Bonnie is still there.
All right.
Bonnie tried Africa
Good,
all
good.
over the place.
Beautiful.
But he's mainly on the percussion.
All right.
He's still doing singing and things.
So, your words of wisdom to all youngsters.
Okay, First thing, let me say you now, I am not against this what they call it trap music and what do you call it again, man?
Yeah, trap dance, all that.
Afrobeat and that thing there. I'm a bit worried about the deterioration of reggae itself. Because growing up, I knew reggae as a music that has at least 5 instruments.
Yeah, plus the message.
Right? Now, and the type of music that was being laid out, for especially our youngsters, are more educated. And the problem about it now, it's changed. They are trying to be now more realistic, but they are doing it overboard. Like for example, back in our days, as you know, there was what you call indecent language. Right? Or that when you bring your music to the radio station, it would beep out, or police hear you.
Yes.
Using certain language, you could be locked up. Now these languages become a part of reggae. Yeah? We used to express our love for ladies romantically. Now
very abusive.
They express their love for ladies very abusively, right? With them wouldn't do what is and this and that and that. I don't accept those. So I will forever be singing the good old songs. If I write a song, it's in that theme.
Proper message. Message.
Yeah, love and culture. That's my thing, and that's my belief, right? Well, they say it's a generation thing. They call us old school and all them sort of thing there. But the reality about it is that we still have a responsibility from the oldest artists living right now. In fact, even in death, the oldest artists that have sung out here, we're talking from Prince Buster, come straight up. Their songs still have a dent on society from time to time, and they will never be able to stop playing them. Even if you go to the dance now, the first couple hours of the dance is what they call old school, where they play these Barry Salmon, these Bob Marley, and all those songs. Those songs never grow old. And Toots said it, I will never grow old, I will never, you understand? And so are the songs. These songs nowadays, the hit today, tomorrow we are there.
Right.
You understand?
Because nothing like the old songs was well written and the message is clear.
Right.
Yeah.
And acceptable, more acceptable. These songs nowadays are only accepted by a portion of society. Right? And these people who accept them are not clearly thinking about even their kids' future. You understand?
Well said, Robert. Well, man, it was nice spending time with you. And friends and neighbors, tune in to the program. This is Mr. Zaguga going out.
Okay.